still learning the craft and growing. She's got a factory deal this year. She's been building off that confidence that the Q Factory Racing team has had under that tent. You know, Max has had some great results this year. Their juniors have been riding really well, and now Jess is becoming one of those riders that we expect to do well. We expect her to be at the pointy end, and now we're really hoping for her to get back on that podium.
Josh, I mean, you're from that rough part of the world. What is going on with the no gloves thing? Can you explain it?
It's a no from me. I don't possess that talent. I'm either way too nervous and sweaty palms and mum spaghetti, but I can't quite handle it.
0.04 of a second then. It split one from Jess Blewitt.
So through that first rock garden, she ran a tight inside line, which was fast entrance, but she caught a big rock on the way through that kind of bucked her. I don't know if it slowed her down, but kind of an interesting line there.
Look at track conditions at the moment. You can visibly see the work that track crew's put in. A little bit of a sprinkling to keep the dust down. It's a good, solid run from Blewitt so far, carrying good speed, looking smooth, which is deceptive, and hopefully it results in a good split too.
That is, if you are just watching downhill for the first time, that is, I guess, what you want to see in those corners. Oh, that's slightly less smooth, but she got away from it. Jess Blewitt is that just the bike tracking smoothly around the whole corner and the rider not fighting it. 0.2 of a second back at split 2, so she lost a little bit of time. That might have been whenever the back end kicked out on her, Josh.
It's just incredible that the time, like what we're talking about here, we're analysing it like it's a lot, but 0.2 of a second, pull your phones out of your stopwatch at home and try and analyse just how small of a gap this is, considering what we're watching here. All these rocks, these roots, these corners. There's so much for these riders to consider and factor in, and the time gaps are just minute.
It's why it's hard not to love downhill racing. The margins involved and the risk versus reward, absolutely huge. 45 kilometres an hour, 47 now across the piece for Jess Blewitt. Absolutely nothing in it so far. Jess Blewitt, is she going to go into the hot seat? It's currently Roa Sanchez, Ernest and Ferguson in the top 3. She's 0.9 of a second faster now. Blewitt accelerating through sector 4.
Yeah, as you can see, you got some great speed in that lower rock garden. Really exited fast and smooth there into the final corner.
Here comes Jess Blewitt. Are we about to see a new hot seat time from the Kiwi? Jess Blewitt crosses the line and goes fastest by 1.2 seconds, dislodging Valentina Roa Sanchez. 120 beats per minute in the Star Hut. Remember that number. Nina Hoffmann sets off at a track that she really, really enjoys and has had big success at here over the years. Got a win, got a second place here.
And riding that confidence wave. I mean, last weekend she started so calm and just rode more and more aggressive.
Oh, no! Nina Hoffmann is down in Pal Arinsal, Andorra, just about. It went wrong in the middle of the turn, but it took a long time to come to a stop.
Man, considering she got out of that really well, she could have got bucked over the front going off that kicker with 1 foot on the bike.
You can see she's in shock herself. She just got a little bit, hit that right-hand corner a little bit hard there. Look at this. Oh, good to see her in good spirits. As she slid back down the hill there, it really could have went one of two ways. If she had have caught the dirt instead of sliding on her knees, it could have slapped her over backwards, and you know that's where the carnage really comes undone.
There's so many reasons to be a fan of Nina Hoffmann, but mid-run selfie with a Marshall, never seen it done before. Valentina Höll leaves the Star Hut in Pal Arinsal, Andorra. Josh, that looked like all-out attack mode, straight out of the traps. 144 beats per minute on the Whoop Live.
Yeah, round after round, we see Valentina chasing that extra little bit she needs to get the victory. She wants nothing but a win. And right here, this track, these conditions, the way this course rides.
She is running those UCI World Champion stripes after taking them here in 2024. Likes this place, goes well here. Hoffmann crosses the line and looks to be in one piece and no big rush to get out of there. Great to see. She'll live to fight another day after the mid-season break. But meanwhile, Valentina Höll sitting about the top sector here in Pal Arinsal. What is the first split going to tell us? Valentina Höll is 0.3 of a second faster now than that time of Jess Blewitt.
Yeah, she's looking aggressive at the top part of this track. She obviously knows it well. She's got the rainbow bands on here from the 2024 World Championships. She's been looking for just that little bit extra. We heard from her in La Tuile that she just wasn't quite sure what was going on, and she's had to lift. She is such an incredible champion, an incredible bike rider, and now she's had to relearn how to win again.
really, really fast through there. 52.3 kilometers an hour. She's 1.6 seconds faster.
Yeah.
This is looking a bit more like 2024 Valley Hold to me, Josh.
Yeah, she's almost 3, close to 4 kilometers an hour faster through the speed gap there. Speed trap, and you can see how well that bike was working through that high-speed chunder.
And that's what we talked about, how that is so important, that little left-hander that sets you up the whole way down through that compression.
Now she's got to feed it all the way to the bottom here. This lower section is where I expect Valley will excel. She's got a great line in this lower woods. She's maintaining some good speed.
Nico, this is looking really good so far. 2.4 seconds now faster. Valentina Höll on the tear here. Look at that, straight back into position.
Pulls the triple like nothing, and then almost takes a rest zone here. It's not a place where you can gain a lot of speed, so catch your breath and then pin this bottom sector.
Here we go, 180 beats per minute into the red zone. Look how high that's jumped up now, Josh, from the start gate. Valentina Höll throwing everything but the kitchen sink at this one in Andorra.
Yeah, this is great to see Valley Höll charging. There's not much better than watching Valley Höll rip a downhill track to pieces. She's charging hard and extending her lead here, coming into the bottom.
2.9 seconds now. Valentina Höll looks to be underneath the qualifying time set by Gracie Hemstreet. Oh, gets swapped around slightly in the rut. Is this going to be enough to win her first race of 2025? Valentina Höll goes fastest by 2.4 seconds.
This is a great start for Millie here today.
Look at the sector times. Valentina Höll faster in 1, 2, 3 and 4. Only Blewitt breaking her win streak down low, so there is time left by the UCI World Champion in the final sector. But Nico, explosive start out of the gate for Millie Johnset.
I think she's feeling the confidence this week. This track suits her really well. She goes to that inside line that we saw a couple of riders do there. I think this track, you just have to ride really committed. It's got a lot of support. You can attack it hard, and that's Millie's style. So she's been building off that confidence all weekend, and it showed in qualifying. 0.2
of a second back at split one for Millie Johnset, though.
This is good, though. That's in touch. To be 0.2 back of Valley Höll is incredible.
Yeah, Johnset, 10th last time out in La Tuile. Prior to that, having made a final session, you can hear how hard she's breathing. And Nico, that is something that a lot of the riders... Dabs a foot in that left-hander, that key left-hander. This will hurt her the whole way down. Let's see what the next split says.
Let's see the split. Let's see the top speed here.
0.8 of a second. She's lost half a second, but she needs to... She'll be losing time the whole way down here now, Nico.
Yeah, that key left is going to carry her all the way down that straightaway, but through some of this more gnarly section, this rock garden here, this off-camber coming up, if she can maintain this pace and put that mistake behind her, she could still be in a really good position for the overall result today.
2 riders to go after this woman on your screen now. Seagrave and Hemstreet away at the top.
She'll be fighting herself to make sure she continues to push. Come on, Millie, let's go. We've got 1 split to go.
On that gearbox, belt-driven, equipped, intense cycles prototype.
We saw Valley have a mistake here, so if she can ride this smooth, it could be...
Whoa! Millie Johnset absolutely gets away with one through that rut section, taking off and away from her. Here we go, Millie Johnset down towards the line. Is this going to beat the time of Valentina Höll? Millie Johnset goes second fastest by a 10th of a second. Absolutely nothing in it. Nico, she rolled the dice in that final set of woods.
She did. At that point, you're 10 seconds from the bottom. It's one of the more technical spots of the track, and she went all in. I don't think it slowed her down, but she had a big moment.
Let's get Tahnee Seagrave across the top of it. Josh, how do you rate her chances today?
Oh, I rate them very highly. Look at the speed she carries through those braking bumps. Those are the details we're talking about. Wow, that was an extraordinary 2 corners. This is looking fantastic for Tahnee. Slaps the outside burn there. She is fighting and she is aggressive and she wants it here today.
As we wait for it to appear on our screen, is 0.8 of a second faster at split one. Tahnee Seagrave can hardly watch.
That's a huge margin on this track. You can see she's not sliding around too much. She's keep maintaining good level of grip, but carrying really nice exit speed through all these turns.
Now this section is key. Look at her entrance speed. She gets hung up just a little bit, but she maintains her exit. This is looking great from Tahnee Seagrave. She's got to maintain this to the bottom, make sure she can push these lower couple of sections, grabs a couple of pedal strokes. Yeah. That's going to result in an extra bit of speed in our faster section.
Just as we saw Johnset lose time in that corner, Tahnee Seagrave accelerated 2.3 seconds faster than Valentina Höll already. Tahnee Seagrave needs to keep this one going.
That's a huge margin. She's kind of running the outsides in every turn, carrying a higher average speed and maintaining momentum everywhere.
Josh, huge time already.
Huge time already. You can visibly really see how aggressive she is, and she is not waiting for this track. She is going for it. She's attacking every single section and riding with a level of anticipation that we've been waiting for from Tahnee Seagrave.
A win here today would put Tahnee Seagrave level with one of the all-time greats of this sport, Millie Johnset. She's 1.6 seconds faster. She's lost time, but she has time in her back pocket here, Seagrave.
These final two rock gardens will be crucial here this afternoon.
But we know that Johnset and Blewitt really extended here, down low. Oh, that looked fast to me, Josh.
That was a great exit into the final split. She's pulled back some more time. Tahnee Seagrave is accelerating here today.
0.3 of a second now. 0.3 of a second more in this sector. What can Tahnee Seagrave do? Tahnee Seagrave roaring her on at the bottom. Here comes Tahnee Seagrave. Are we going to see win number 11? Is this going to be enough? Tahnee Seagrave crosses the line and goes faster by 1.8 seconds ahead of Valentina Höll. Just when we thought we'd seen the Austrian back to her vintage best, Tahnee Seagrave goes into the lead with only one rider left at the top. Gracie Hemstreet, deep breath, leaves the start hop. We know that when she gets on a race run in 2025, she's borderline unstoppable. Massive at the bottom of that straight from Gracie Hemstreet. This next split is going to be very, very interesting. Here she comes through it now. Hemstreet is fastest by 0.4 of a second.
You can see her through that rock garden pulling those double jumps. The confidence is building. Look at the speed she's carrying into the woods. She's starting to feed it the whole way down here today. She makes her way across the piece. This is great from Hemstreet.
Currently second in the UCI Downhill World Cup overall for Gracie Hemstreet. Is that going to change today if she can get past Valentina Höll? But she wants the race win, Nico. This is what all the focus all week long has been for.
Yeah, she's so fast to this bottom sector. Let's see if she can get through this last rock garden clean.
She's 2 seconds faster now. 2 seconds, a split forward for Gracie Hemstreet. Gracie Hemstreet on an absolute run here in Pal Arinsal, Andorra. Here she comes.
No! Hemstreet, no!
Gracie Hemstreet loses the back end within sight of the finish line and goes down in Pal Arinsal, Andorra. That is going to gift the win to Tahnee Seagrave. Gracie Hemstreet, 5.2 seconds back home in 5th place, even with a crash within sight of the line.
Oh, the speed she carried into that final rock garden. She gapped the holes that caught out many, but it bit her by the exit.
What a win, though, from Tahnee Seagrave, putting her level with Millie Johnset in terms of the overall wins tally. Up onto 11 now. Big positive for Millie is that yesterday wasn't a flash in the pan. She was third at the start of the day in the overall, but
Tahnee Seagrave and Valentina Höll in Millie Johnset on the podium in the women's category today.
There's the overall points. Gracie Hemstreet, 119 points now behind Valentina Höll, 192 for Seagrave.